Hey guys and girls, I'm Allie, and today we are watching RWBY Volume 8, Episode 6, Midnight. So last time stuff happened. Winter now has to search for Penny because something happened to her. And I knew something would happen. We all knew something would happen. I'm still not over it. And Cinder is pretty much unconscious. I wonder for how long. If it will be like it is with Nora at the moment, or if she's gonna wake up soon. We saw the message, so we saw a lot of new characters. Like, not new characters, but like old characters returning, you know, and new character models in some cases. We saw Glinda again at the shopkeep. Wow. And we saw Zwei. Because I needed that. I needed to see Zwei in that situation when I knew something bad was gonna happen. Just show us why. It's gonna be better. But yeah, this episode is called Midnight. And if Rooster Teeth ever made me worry, then this is one of those times. Because the description on the Rooster Teeth website is only, it's time. And that worries me so much. Midnight. And that is why I'm wondering if Cinder will awaken or something else is gonna happen to her, because Midnight plays a very big role in the fairy tale she's based off, Cinderella. And I wonder if that refers to her in some way. Would be interesting. Maybe this would give us backstory. I would be up for backstory. But yeah, I'm not gonna try to find out what it means. I'm just gonna jump in and see for myself, I guess. So let's go. Well then, let's not wait any longer, because I can't wait any longer. Two reasons. First reason, I want to watch this episode really badly. They're probably not gonna leave off at a very bad time, because next time would be perfect for that, wouldn't it? Right in front of, like, right before a multiple week break. Just give us a huge cliffhanger. Why not? It's Rooster Teeth. I don't know why they wouldn't do it, to be honest. And secondly, I do have a class in less than an hour, so it's kind of, yeah, not really rushed, because I'm not gonna use an hour, but still. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, and go. We said goodbye to all the things we loved. We filled our lives just to find that it was not enough. We leapt in faith, left our solitude, our carefree peace. What we thought would change the world was just a childish. We failed to stop our own demise, the tragic ends before our eyes. Hope has no place here. Maybe the path that leads away home will finally clear. Maybe the end we tried to avoid is already here. Some roses will never bloom. Some dreams will rot on the vine. Much too soon. Some evil will never ever die. Some wars will not end in peace. Some heroes choose the wrong side. Sometimes it's worth it to risk the fight for every life. I'm sorry, my voice is not the best today. Let's go. Yes! We're getting backstory. This looks like a... okay.
I'll take her.
Ooh. That looks fancy.
Come now.
Alright. So from a hut to this fancy thing, whatever it is. Is this a hotel or something? Probably, right? Alright. And they're the evil stepsisters. Food.
You're to make sure the laundry is folded, the dishes are spotless, and the floors are clean enough to eat off of.
Food?
Now hurry and get to your chores. The floor looks filthy.
Yeah, okay. This is pretty much... Ooh. Ooh. A Cinder song.
Shut your mouth and do your chores. Scrub the dishes in the sink. No one said that you should think. Shine the silver, wash the clothes, and when you're finished, darn the socks. Draw my bath, fetch my slippers, fill my glass, and rub my feet. Hurry up, you're so slow. You're no good. I hope you know that your life is of no use, and the truth is that no one's ever loved you.
That is sad. Already upset. I mean, it makes sense.
Pretty nice, huh? Would you look at that? Wow.
Yeah. And fighting is exactly
You
what she
missed
wants
a
to do.
spot.
And that's when she unlocked her semblance, right? Yeah.
Now that wasn't very ladylike.
Oh.
I suggest
Now I'm not
you remember your
feeling as
place.
comfortable wearing that many necklaces.
Say it!
Without you, I am nothing.
Oh gosh, that's what she said back then.
All right,
Okay.
what gives? Someone took my damn sword.
I apologize for the inconvenience. We'll help you look for it.
She took it, of course. That's what she says when she has other things in mind.
Now, that's not yours, is it?
Not really?
I'm not here to hurt you. I've seen you around, and I think it's safe to say you're not getting the most fair treatment.
Not really.
I can't really blame you for what you're thinking.
You don't know what
But
I'm...
hurting them isn't going to make your life any better. You could run, but you're gonna be running for the rest of your life. Or you could find another way to handle it.
like you can do whatever you want. Go wherever you want.
How old are you?
10.
And you want to be like us?
I thought she
You
would
wanna
be
be a
a little
huntress?
bit older.
Then we've got about 7 years
For what?
to train you for the huntsman exam.
Alright. And that's when she learned fighting. And he would return, and they would start training again. Wow, didn't think we would get such an, like, elaborate backstory. Just watching her being shocked like that hurts. And that's when she got older. And then they started training with real swords. Okay.
Just a few more years and you won't need your guardian's permission. You'll be free.
Yeah, and then she started working for Salem, and it was basically the same thing all over again.
We found something. It's Cinder. She has a weapon.
Oops. It's coming
Hello?
really close to midnight.
Anyone?
Oops. And of course they're not serving faunas. Wouldn't make sense otherwise.
You're right. Without you, I am nothing. But because of you, I am everything.
Wow. Okay, I love that line.
Cinder.
But that's when she broke, basically.
I have to run now.
That's all you'll ever do.
Yeah, that thing broke her. Yeah, he has to stop her because he realized that she has become something different than he wanted. Ooh, well, that is... I guess that will be the same song, right? Aww. And that was when she started anew. And waking up.
You're awake. I was so worried. How are you feeling?
You brought me back here. We failed.
Cinder, you were hurt. I was just trying to help.
I think she's had enough help. Besides, she went against our queen. I'd be careful who you back.
Cinder's hunch was right. If we'd had support, then maybe we would have...
Would you stop trying to protect her already? She doesn't care about you.
Both of you, get out.
Oops.
I'll let you know when you're needed next.
Yeah, about that. Salem's got other plans for me. I'm not gonna be taking orders from you
Yeah.
anymore.
Makes sense from the intro.
She wants everyone on the bridge. Something big is about to happen.
Oh gosh, something big. I don't like where this is going. But yeah, Mercury's not listening to Cinder anymore. That was basically clear from the intro and
I'd like
his
to
position.
express again that this is my burden to bear, not yours. His grudge is with me.
No, it'll be even worse. He's holding back with me. I can tell.
I understand, I do.
Protect my little
But
Oscar.
you've done so much already. The least I can do is give you a break and try to get us out of here.
We can't leave yet. This is our chance.
Maybe you've taken one too many hits.
Salem. She knows she can't take on the whole world at once. So she doesn't. She has her followers work their way in, sabotaging us from the inside out.
Maybe we should do the same. We certainly are similar, you and I. Maybe
Well,
we have been presented with an opportunity.
they had the same thought. That was fun. Even though it seems that they're merging more.
Please.
You don't need to fight this war, kid. Tell me what I need, and we can be done.
Hello, Hazel.
Coward! All this time, it could have been you.
Alright.
But you let him suffer.
Okay. The thing is, now knowing the plan of
Tell us
Osmond
how
and
this
Oscar,
damn lamp works.
I like where this is going.
Boy is
Kind of.
suffering enough.
Why do you follow her?
It's only because of
I know.
his sister.
I know how you see me. But her? Look at what she does. How is she the answer? Why not stop her?
Salem can't be stopped. She's a force of nature. I've seen it firsthand. But you send children to their deaths for a cause that you know has no victory, no end.
Someone has to try. Salem isn't a force of nature because Salem can be fought. Unless she brings the relics together. If that happens.
Ozma. You have wonderful timing.
Wow.
The show is about to begin.
Yeah, and I don't like where this is going at all. I like the stuff where they try to convince Hazel that he should work for us and be with us and stuff. But not this.
We have good news.
I don't think they're good.
Tyrion has heard from our dear colleague Watts.
Yeah, of course he has.
Although he remains in captivity, it seems that he has worked with Ironwood to gain some control over the puppet masquerading as the Winter Maiden. I suppose he remains useful after all. Speaking of which...
Yeah, employee of the month. Oh, and it's the same thing with the necklace over again.
Just fail again. And I've realized it's all my fault. You've fought your whole life
That's different.
unwaveringly for what you want, and here I am holding you back instead of lifting you up.
That is different.
You deserve so much more than I've given you. Go to Atlas. Recover Watts. He can lead you to the girl. Whether you or my hound get to her first, you will finally have the Winter Maiden's power. And I will have my staff.
You'll only be helping her bring about the end! For all of you!
And now...
You're
Okay.
too late.
My theory is still in motion, kind of.
Not work? How do we even know we can trust Watts?
We have confirmed visual of her leaving Amity. She appeared to be malfunctioning.
This is why I don't trust technology. Now we're wasting our time searching for broken junk.
Enough.
Yeah, no. You're not wasting your time.
Act like it.
Ma'am? We're picking up an open comms broadcast.
Play it.
It's headed straight for Mantle.
I repeat, a large, massive brim is headed straight for Mantle. Please, anyone.
Yeah. At least they went through.
Great. You guys.
Did you hear our message? It's right there. We need to hurry.
Where's Penny?
Are you serious right now? There are people in danger!
There are people in danger because you kids are acting selfish and...
Well, yeah, you might have another problem, you know? That doesn't look good. Not at all. Ooh. Well, yeah, pure destruction, right? And they just got to Atlas. It wasn't Mantle they wanted, right? It's only Atlas. And now you're like shooting Atlas. Yeah.
It's time.
Of course it is. Oh gosh. We're landing the whale. And they're straight there. Mantle is of no concern for them, I guess. Fun! So much fun! Yeah, we got a new song. Awake. Well, the thing is that Take My Hand and Take My Life kind of, you know, could just refer to Salem because, you know, her arm, basically her hand, has been taken in another way, you know? But okay, there's some things to unpack here. Alright, so this time we focused a lot on, well, the villains in that regard. We did have the whole Aesop's meeting up and all that stuff, but most of it was in the whale. And the backstory. I didn't think we would get such an elaborate backstory. Like, that was a flashback for, like, a long time. I don't know how long it went exactly, but it felt long. Was it like half the episode? Yeah, it's going like 10.5 minutes in. Almost 11 minutes in, we switch back, and this episode is not even 20 minutes long. So yeah, half of the episode was flashback. Interesting. So we got the flash of, okay, what we had in the beginning. Her scrubbing the floor. But instead of, like, in the fairy tale that like, her father married again and all that stuff, what we have in the fairy tale, she was taken in by her stepmother, in that case, to work at a hotel. And, I mean, that's a step up, but, of course, there are evil stepsisters and all that, so she's not treated fairly. Like, that's the thing. Cinder did so many things. Like, I got so upset at her sometimes that at some points I was just like, can you die already? But I knew that we wouldn't see her die without backstory. But the thing about backstory is usually it doesn't justify actions, it explains them, if it's done right. It didn't justify everything she did. It just explained why she, like, why her personality changed in that way. Why she became what she is now. And just seeing her being treated so shitty. Like, I expected most of it. Like, the being pushed around, being, you know, I expected most of it, but the worst thing, in my opinion, was this shocking necklace. It made me hurt a little bit inside. It's like conditioning her like a dog. And even with dogs, you shouldn't do that. Just saying. You shouldn't shock your dogs. Like, it's... Yeah, no. And then this fella comes around, training her to fight. I'm gonna... I don't know, we didn't get his name right. If there is a name, we will find it in the credits later. Because I'm going through this episode, kind of. She's teaching her to fight. He's teaching her to fight. And that's fine. I'm okay with that part of the story. And then we get that montage of her training and all that. Everything pretty much in line. And then we have that scene where, well, she killed them. She killed them all. The guy who trained her was like, yeah, there's another way. You can just be free and walk away from this. She didn't choose that. She chose the other way. And that is what corrupted her, basically. I know corrupt is a big word, especially since we do have an actual corruption with Salem in her backstory when she fell into the Grim Pool. But that is when she basically broke. When her mind was like, I can solve my problems like this. And for everyone who just has a little bit of knowledge about psychology, when a person notices that this way is easier to handle problems, they're gonna keep doing that. Because humans are basically taking the path that is easiest and involves less pain. And for her, this involved a final shot of pain, but not anymore because it would be over. She avoided pain by killing the source. And that kind of showed her that this was a way, and even though she kind of was told that this is not the moral way to do it, well, she killed that other guy right after. So, yeah, that's when she's on the path of, I can solve my problems by fighting and killing. What I find impressive is how she just went through the whole shocking thing and still held on. But it makes also a lot of sense, because she was conditioned, and yes, she was like brought to connect that pain with failure. And but this thing is that if you're hurt the same place each time the same way, at some point it's not pretty, but at some point you're gonna get used to it in some way. So she was able to withstand the pain because she had been shocked so many times. The more it happened, the more chance it gave her to withstand it at some point. Which is a sad way to look at it, because it means she has been shocked way too many times to get accustomed to that. But this is a pretty much... This backstory pretty much shows us something that does happen. This is not something like, oh yeah, I was born evil and stuff like that. No. She was tortured her whole, like, early life. She was shocked by this necklace. She was treated like garbage, like a slave. And when she was given basically the weapon to end it, even though she was told not to use it in that way, she chose to use it. Because she found that this was a way that hurt her less. And it makes so much sense. And it makes me feel kind of bad for Cinder, but I guess there's a point of no return there. This, like, I just have her pulled up right after she killed her stepmom. This is the point of no return. Her eyes, you can see it in her eyes. They animated that well with her eyes, just... That is the moment she wouldn't come back from. Okay, and back in the whale, we have some other, a little shorter scenes. We have the scene where Emerald is like, hey, are you okay? And Cinder is really down because she's like, okay, I failed. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get myself out of this like I always did. And that would have been the only moment where she could have realized, hey, maybe this isn't the only way. That could have been the moment. Mind my wording. Okay, then Mercury comes in and is like, yeah, I don't answer to you anymore. Which, like I said, makes sense coming from the intro. Then we have the scene with Oscar and Aspen, and it hurts to see Oscar this way. But then they have the plan of, hey, maybe we should do the same. Maybe we should go get, like, inside people. And that would help to, like, destroy her plans from the inside. And they thought, okay, we can talk to Hazel and stuff. But they've been interrupted. So there are two ways I can't see this going. Well, maybe three, if both ways are combined. But Oscar was talking at that, like, when everyone was there. And either it happens that Hazel does understand, hey, maybe I can do something about this. Either that is way one. Way two would be Emerald and Neo. Like I said, for the intro, they are standing apart from the others. They are standing a lot closer to the main teams. And they just heard Oscar speaking up about this. That would be way two. Being Neo and Emerald kind of become the inside people. Way three would be if all three of them became inside people, but that's just... that might not make too much sense, because that would maybe give our main teams an unfair advantage. I'm not saying that I don't want this to happen. I'm just saying that from a storytelling perspective, either one of them is okay, but both of it might not be happening. I still don't like how Salem just pats Tyrion's head. Like, I know he probably likes it, but it's just weirding me out. But yeah, and then the thing happens. Okay, what's contacted them? And then the thing happens where Salem, like, uses the arm to basically make pain. Sorry about that. And it's the same as with the necklace. That is the conditioning all over again. This time, I guess even worse. I would say that's even worse because it's her own arm. It's not just something that is on her skin, shocking her, kind of. It's a part of her. And it's the same thing all over again, and I'm like, okay. She said this, "Without you, I am nothing," to her stepmom before, and later was like, no, I'm gonna defy her. That was basically the same thing that happened with Salem. She said, "Without you, I am nothing," and went away to do her own thing, and basically failed. And just saying, that line, "Without you, I am nothing, but because of you, I'm everything," is like, props to that line. I like it. It makes so much sense, and still, it's like, it's really hitting right there. But then Salem decides, it's like, I held you back. I should have given you the opportunity to do what you wanted. You use it and stuff. I know you're gonna defy me either way, so I'm just gonna encourage all that, what you want to do. And that is different. That is different from the backstory we had. A lot more different. And I guess Cinder's back in the team, I guess. She seems to now be integrated back into the team. But yeah. It also makes it open that she might die this volume. Just saying. But yeah. And then, a spectacle. Fun times. Yeah. We have Winter and the Aesops getting a message from Jean and Yang and Ren. And then the Grimwater. Like a geyser. Yeah. They didn't want Mantle. Mantle's not important to them. They wanted Atlas. And they used that to break down the shields, and now get on just with the whale. The whale just landed. Fine. Okay. That's how it works now, I guess. I guess Atlas is in danger. So we, technically, almost every one of our teams is up there. Except for Winter and the Aesops and our group of 3 there. Everyone else is in Atlas. Like, Ruby and her group are in Atlas, are in Schnee Manor. The prisoners are in Atlas. Yeah, except for those down there and Pietro and Maria on Amity, and of course Penny somewhere there. Except for those, everyone's in Atlas, and it seems like this is where things are going down. Probably literally. But yeah, I guess I talked about it long enough. I hope I didn't bore you with my talking about psychology and how I think it's pretty much, you know, understandable why Cinder became the way she is. I can totally understand it. For me, this backstory is... I like this backstory. Because it doesn't justify anything. It doesn't say, hey, yes, you should feel bad for her for every action because that's how her past was. No, it doesn't do that. It just explains why she became that way. And this is what backstory should do, and that is why props to the writers in that regard. So, I guess that's it for this episode. Next time we will get another episode, and then there's going to be a long break. So, I'm wondering what kind of cliffhanger we'll get. So, on this note, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!